Just showing all the sheen and oil that's still back here. Baker Trailer Park. And I'm going to show you how high the oil was and how close it was to the residence. I'm just going to show you some marks on trees of where the oil was. See, what happened was it would get on there because it was that high, and then it would drain a little bit, and then it would stick there. But very, very close to the residence, right there. What is your name?
Trixie Pickard.
Trixie Pickard. And we are at Baker Trailer Park. I've just shown you oily sheen and stuff, oily sticks through here, and oil that hasn't been cleaned up properly. We're at Baker Trailer Park, and it is October 12th, 2011. So, you've been here a couple days. You came from up north, Michigan, and you have you went to college for fresh water. Is that correct?
Yes.
One of the first in the country to graduate from this type of program. Is that correct?
Yes, it's an associate's degree, and it is the first one offered in the country for associates in freshwater studies.
So what do you think about, how did you find out about the spill?
I heard about it on the news.
And you came down here, is that correct?
Yes, I came down here October 14th of 2010 for a meeting in Marshall, Michigan.
And at that meeting, what did they say?
They said that Talmadge Creek was clean, and that they had or was about to lift the boom out of CERESCO Dam.
All right. And from my videos, what conclusion have you came up with after seeing my videos with the newspapers and the dates?
I have concluded that everything that they have posted at that meeting and what they have posted in newspapers is not factual.
What do you mean by not factual?
They said that it was clean, and that, and this was October
of last year,
of 2010, and it is October of 2011, one whole year later. And the places that they said were clean are still finding oil sheen on top of the water. And I'm finding a lot of sticks that still have oil residue and markings on it from where the oil had gotten and where it was laying in the water, but nobody had cleaned it up.
Well, what happened yesterday, I'll just explain a little bit. We went out to Ground Zero where the oil spill happened, and while we were there, we saw them. They were taking some core samples, and we just videotaped. No harassment. We didn't bother them a bit. And what did they do to us?
Well, they asked you what you were doing there, and we were far enough away that we weren't hurting anybody. We were just videotaping. And they said you needed to have your PPE because you didn't look like you were certified to be there. And once you told them that you were just videotaping, they all got on their telephones, and we all left. And when we got to the parking lot, 2 Enbridge employees in their vehicles came and blocked our exit, and 3 other vehicles came at the same time. So there was 5 vehicles surrounding the entranceway there and not letting us out. And they started harassing you as far as telling you didn't need to be there, and that, basically they were saying that Enbridge doesn't want you there, and so you went and got the owner of the business and had them talk with him, and he told Enbridge to get off their property and that you could be there because you had permission from him to be on their property.
What do you think about all the harassment I've had?
I think it's pathetic. If they were doing the job that they were supposed to be doing, they wouldn't be harassing you. They wouldn't have anything to cover up, they wouldn't have anything to hide. And the ability of them coming after you and continuously harassing, slashing your tires, hitting you over the head, is proving to me that they are hiding something. Otherwise, there'd be no need to be trying to keep you away from the water.
Am I hurting anybody by going to the water and videotaping these areas?
You're actually helping people. You're not doing a disservice to anybody. You're trying to show that what Enbridge and the EPA and Michigan DNR, anybody that's involved with this is not upholding what their duty is supposed to be. Enbridge is an oil company. If they have an oil spill, they should clean it up. The EPA is supposed to protect our environment, and they have lied saying that everything is clean and safe, and it has been proven that it is not clean and safe. And so you are actually doing a service to the community and not a disservice.
Well, thank you for that. Is there anything else you'd like to add? You've seen all my videos, and you've watched them thoroughly several times.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
I want to protect the environment. I care about the people who are involved with this. The residents of Battle Creek and Marshall, Michigan, and Kalamazoo, anybody that has been affected with this oil spill, is sick, is not getting better, and we don't know what this is going to do as far as long term. Anytime an oil spill happens, you're going to get an entire wipeout of the ecosystem. It doesn't matter how fast they say they're going to be able to bring it back. It takes years and years and years to reestablish an ecosystem. And all the oil that has gone into the ground and into the groundwater, we don't know what's going to happen with that, if anybody's going to be drinking it, if anybody's going to come in contact with it as far as bathing or cooking.
What about the oil that's at the bottom of the river? Because tar sand oil sinks. It's stuck in the mud, and at the center of the river, they don't even test it, and they don't try to clean it up. So what's going to happen with that, since you've worked with fresh water?
Well, any microinvertebrates that are going to try and reestablish itself in the river is not going to be allowed to, because they're going to attach themselves to the rocks, they're going to attach themselves into the riverbed, and it's going to be contaminated, and so the macroinvertebrates are going to get eaten by, if they do survive anyway, they're going to be eaten by any fish that eventually may come back into this river, and it's going to pollute the entire food chain all the way back up to humans, because people will be fishing in these rivers and in the lakes and everything else. And so not dredging and not totally taking care of it is going to be detrimental in the long run, and not a service to just say it's clean on the shores and along the river.
Well, thank you, Trixie. I appreciate you coming. And hopefully we can tell the world about what's going on here in Marshall, Battle Creek, and Kalamazoo, Michigan. John Bolenbaugh, March 26, 2010. Just showing you, this is the swamp area. For 8 months, they did not clean this area. 8 months. I complained over and over again. It took tons of complaints to the press, to the commissioners, to the city council. And guess what? Enbridge kept saying that they weren't going to clean this up. Well, I made them clean it up. They are out here only because of my complaints. And it's costing them a fortune. They had to build an entire road to get back here. This is very, very expensive. This is why they leave areas. This is why they don't clean up areas. It's money. It's all about money. Trixie, we're at the area called the swamp, and they actually dredged this entire area out. They sucked all the water out. I'll show you other videos. But what do you think about all? I just put my rake in here. They've cleared the site. It's signed off on as clean. Does it look clean to you?
No, it's not.
Well, what's your opinion about it?
I think it's It's interesting that they say it's clean, and if they dredged it, they didn't dredge it very well, because this is definitely oil sheen.
If they put fresh dirt in areas when they take oily dirt out, it shouldn't have sheen in it, should it?
No. I mean, you didn't even dredge it in the middle of the swamp here. You just dredge it right on the side here with the rake, so it's right along the shoreline.
Look at this oil. Can you see all the blue sheen? That's pretty bad. Yeah. October 12th, we're at Bridge Park. Look at the oil that's still here. And they're talking about opening up the river for the kids to be around. Look at all this. I'm going to show you where I'm at. We're at Bridge Park right here. We cross the road. And this is where all your kids are going to play. Oil is all through here. Yep, as soon as you turn this over, looks nice and clean from the top, but look at the bottom. So what do you think about that, Trixie?
Impressive in the fact that there's oil, but not impressive that they're not cleaning it up.
And do you think this boom alone is doing anything to really help? I mean...
Well, there wasn't boom here a couple days ago. I mean, we went by here yesterday and there was no boom. And if it's trapping this much oil in a day and you stir it up and there's still more oil, that means they're not doing their job correctly, and the boom is just sitting here to collect whatever's here, but it's not doing anything for the stuff that's in the actual soil.
I agree with you. And, yep, in one day, this is what this looks like. Over a year later. And I'll just look at the coordinates and the date again for you. October 12th, 2011, and there's the coordinates. Look how high that oil got.
How you doing?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to, it's kind of a restricted site.
Is it?
Yep.
I'm a qualified person. Do you need me to go get my hard hat and glasses on?
Well, I need you to contact Enbridge if you need to.
Enbridge doesn't tell me where to go.
Okay, well, I'm just asking you to leave.
I'm not. Look how far away I am from you.
That's all I can do. I'm asking you to leave.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Hey, call your head safety guy. He just got kicked off property a minute ago. Got about 10 Enbridge workers out here.
Really?
Yes. As soon as they saw me out there, they swarmed us over here. And this is your property. You have all the rights in the world to tell people if they're allowed to be here or not. I told them I have the right to be here. Been blocking us in.
Seems to be the problem here.
This is the big boy over here.
What seems to be the problem?
My name is Stuart Coates.
Yeah.
Enbridge Safety. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm just doing fine.
I'll be glad to talk to you. Any questions as long as he's not filming.
He's going to film, and right now you guys don't have any permission to be on this property. Our attorney told you guys to stay off of it.
We'll be glad to leave.
Then leave.
No problem.
Bye.
Don't harass me again. Thank you. So what do you feel about what they're doing?
Well, it's wrong. It's definitely wrong.